According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, fruit sugar is a lot different and has a much more different effect on your body compared to added sugar. A lot of people would probably debate otherwise. However, I actually did an experiment to test this phenomena. So for 1 year, I consumed a diet that was high in added sugar, and then a year later, which is pretty much when this particular picture or pictures you can see in this video on the screen right now, this was right after doing the added sugar diet and replacing it with fruit sugar. Now, I wish that I had kept the pictures of me while I was doing a high added sugar diet, and that would have really helped you to see the contrast. However, I neglected to save those pictures. I might have one on one of my old computers, but that computer is pretty much dying now, and it's probably not going to be able to be found on that one. However, either way, as you can see in the current photos, there's not a lot of body fat on my physique. And you may say, well, what if you cut out the fruit sugar, then you'd have even less body fat? I'd say this to you, is that, do you think that it's possible for me to lose any more body fat? I mean, how much more body fat would we be talking about here? 1 pound at the most? So, with that being said, I would like to discuss this particular topic and why I do believe that natural sugar is actually very healthy for you, and in my opinion is kind of a requirement. So the body requires a specific amount of nutrients. The body requires vitamins, minerals, other different chemicals. I want to say it's between 50 and 60 in total that you need. I'm talking about micronutrients. That's different than macronutrients. Macronutrients are carbs, fats, and proteins. Technically alcohol, but alcohol is not something that you really need. It's kind of like choline. You don't really need that. It's just an extra additive you can add to your body. Some examples of micronutrients are vitamin C, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, iron, zinc, selenium, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, sodium, potassium, magnesium. Did I already say zinc? That's on there. Boron, sulfur, I already said magnesium, and a handful of others. And the reason why natural sugar is relevant to this particular thing is that it's what's in the foods that contain these chemicals naturally. You have to have fruits and vegetables in your diet in some form, or else your body's going to deteriorate very quickly, and you will most likely age not very well. Genetics can only go so far. I'm gifted in that I have the genetics that allow me to age slower. When you combine that with healthy lifestyle, then you pretty much don't age at all, like myself. Most people would not believe that I'm close to 28. Most people will probably think I'm 15 or 16. However, I'm not. You can look up my records, I'm 27 and a half years old. I credit my longevity to maintaining a healthy weight, to eating a mostly healthy diet. As I mentioned, I did diet experiments before, but my diet has largely been healthy for most of my life. And especially starting at age 18 when I really started to get into this whole fitness thing. There's been a lot of other studies that support the fact that added sugar has a negative effect on your body. And another one, which I'm not entirely sure of the original place it came from. I was just kind of scrolling through articles the other day. Showed that as human beings age, their ability to process insulin goes down. So basically, as we get older, it's harder for us to regulate our blood sugar. However, you can kind of circumvent that by replacing, added sugars with natural sugars. I actually have a very high sugar diet, believe it or not, because I do juice cleansing every day. I'm what you would call a lacto-vegan juice cleanser. So I do juice cleanses in the morning, and I do them very effectively to the point of where my body's entirely cleansed in under 2 hours. Basically, there's no remnant of the day before in my body by 8 a.m. every day, which sounds crazy. It sounds almost impossible, but the way that I do juice cleanses, I do what I would call a hard juice cleanse, an aggressive juice cleanse, very quickly. So I do 5 cups of heated juice. It's normally either all natural apple juice or all natural mango juice. I don't use a juicer. I just get brands that don't have added sugar and don't have a lot of ingredients in them. It's basically the same as juicing an actual fruit with a juicer. It's just more time effective. I don't have the time or patience to use a juicer. But it's basically, it's the same thing though. If you really want to get, purist on me, and you say I'm not really doing it right, I'm basically doing it right. And then I will couple that with 5 cups of hot salt water. It's like the most effective natural way to cleanse the inside of your body. I mean, it's almost like magic. 5 cups of hot juice followed by 5 cups of hot water with a pinch of sea salt added. It works like a charm. It's going to work every time. And I will say on this side note is that it's most optimal to do super high carb juices with low amounts of protein, because protein slows down your digestion. And with a juice cleanse, it's about pushing items out of your body quickly. It's about pushing the not nutrients, but just like the toxins out as quickly as possible. Protein does not process through your body as quickly as carbs. Carbs is the fastest digesting material that you can consume. It's really crazy, but that's like the first half of my day. And the second half of my day, I do a large meal that's high in protein, that's vegan, but I have dairy. That's my source of protein. I'm basically plant-based. I just have dairy added. That's it. I don't have eggs. I don't have fish. I don't have any form of animal. And that's kind of what my diet looks like. And like I've been saying this whole time, my diet is a high sugar diet. However, it's the right kind of sugar. Eating the right kind of foods for the right reasons. If you follow this kind of approach, no matter what diet you do, you are going to maximize your physicality and live a very fulfilled, healthy, and enjoyable life.